I agree with you in some regards as it relates to self-determination. I disagree with you with regards to the fact that there have been laws and policies and procedures that have been in place that have systematically been put in place to keep certain groups held back. That is a fact.
We'll probably go another hour or 2 hours if we start talking about affirmative action, DEI.
Welcome to the Family Office, planning for the people who matter most.
No, and I think a lot of people get caught up with that too, though, because that's the whole, everyone's looking, a lot of people are looking for an answer right now, and they're looking for a way where they don't have to have the pressure or put the blame on them, right? Oh, there's something for me to blame or somehow to look at it. And that's really the thing that's, a lot of people, oh, what's separating you or what's made you. I never, ever allowed, and I still to this day, I don't allow outside circumstances to dictate how I feel about my success or about my abilities to complete success or to move forward. And I think that's key right there. Is a lot of people can get stuck with that lens where they think, oh my gosh, because of this is happening, and because of this and this and this. And I've never allowed that mindset or that way of thinking where an outside circumstance or an outside person or an outside situation is going to determine my abilities and what I can do for myself or how I can move forward. So I think that's key there. And I think just in that subject there's a lot of people that will get stuck on that and will keep with that subject just simply because they're looking for some type of scapegoat for their own.
I think we need to have further conversations because that is a very nuanced conversation. And I think just glossing it over, we're not doing it the level of justice that it needs. And I agree with you in some regards as it relates to self-determination. I disagree with you with regards to the fact that there have been laws and policies and procedures that have been in place that have systematically been put in place to keep certain groups held back. That is a fact. And so I definitely think we should revisit this conversation because I think we'll have a rich debate about it because we really need to be able to sparse that out.
I do too. And I think that you're also seeing that debate come alive today in a modern day debate today. And I don't think the debate is a race debate now at this point. I mean, race is still in there, right? But you see that with the DEI stuff. Now you're with DEI and the proliferation of diversity, equity, inclusion, where we're not just making it about race anymore. Now we're making it about all different types of things. And we put these policies in place now to counteract shortcomings. And in reality, we're doing more harm than we are by putting these types of policies in by not, right? Because we're allowing people. But on the flip side of that, yes, I do agree with you. There were certain policies and there were certain things that were historically in place that prevented certain groups of individuals from having the same level playing field, so to speak. And that's a conversation we can have that on it because we'll probably go another hour or 2 hours if we start talking about affirmative action, DEI, segregation, freedom, civil rights movement,
gender, LGBTQ, yes,
all of that.
Those are all long conversations that we need to make sure that if we do touch on them, that we give it the amount of time to allow the complexity and nuance to breathe. And so, so we shall come back to that on another day.
Yes. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yep. And all I would say in wrapping up is if you liked what you heard, share it with somebody. And maybe if you disagreed with something I said or disagreed with something that Chris said or vice versa, you agreed. We'd also like to hear from you. One thing that we really want to do as we grow is if you continue to engage with us, we're going to continue to bring content and information. And our number one goal is to bring value to you. And so any way that we can do that, we want to do that. So make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share. And as Chris said, with that, till next time, take care.
Conversation has given you clarity on your next steps. Please share this episode with someone who's walking the same path. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss future episodes. And remember, planning ahead isn't just prudent, it's an act of care. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on The Family Office.